Hello, parents. My name is Branham, and if you are watching this video, that means that I am the teacher for your child this year. This is my 20th year teaching at Columbus North High School, and in addition to teaching pre-calculus and AP statistics, I also serve as the math department chair here at Columbus North High School as well as at Northside Middle School. It's such an honor to be your child's teacher. I absolutely love teaching and wouldn't trade it for the world. I often joke that, if I won a multi-million dollar lottery or something, that I'd be right in here the next day teaching mathematics because it is a passion for me. Anyway, with that being said, during this video, I'd like to kind of accomplish three things: tell you a little bit about the course that your child will be taking, and then talk about what can I do to help your child succeed, and what can you do to help your child succeed. So let's start with a little bit about the course, and I'm going to take a moment to talk a little bit about AP statistics and pre-calculus. So the course AP statistics obviously is a college level course with the AP in the title. Your child has a chance to earn college credit at the end of the year, depending on how they do on the AP test. In general, our students do very, very well on the AP test. And so if your child puts in the effort necessary, they have a great chance of earning college credit in this course. In AP statistics, our overarching goal is that to help the students understand that our world is filled with data and we have lots of decisions that we need to make. And we want to make good decisions. And statistics is that bridge that kind of connects data, all this data that's available to us, to being able to make good decisions. And how we communicate our findings is extremely, extremely important. No matter what field that your child is going into, it's likely that it's data driven in some way. And so your child made a very good choice in signing up for the course. As far as pre-calculus goes, it's kind of in the name, but the main goal of pre-calculus is that your child has all of the fundamental skills necessary to succeed when they get to calculus. Many of our four-year universities require the completion of pre-calculus in order to be accepted into the course, and so that's another reason why we have a lot of students take the course. But in general, my job is going to be to help students build a conceptual understanding and have the algebraic skills necessary that they have all the confidence in the world that they can take on calculus next year. All right, so with that being said, I want to start with what can I do to help your child succeed. Obviously, come every day and teach with passion and be well prepared for my lessons. I can promise that I will do that. Next, I can be available to help your child, with whatever they need in order to help them understand. It means the world to me that your child has a good experience and is confident in themselves and understands the mathematics. If they don't understand something, or if they're put a lot of effort in and they're still don't feel like they're getting it, I'm willing to go above and beyond to try to help them succeed. I would meet with them before school. I would meet with them at lunch. I would meet them after school. All they have to do is reach out and we can schedule a time that we can get together and get some help. In addition to that, if they feel like they need more intense help than just kind of a, here and there help with Mr. Branham, I can assign your child a peer tutor to work with during their resource period, and I can assign them someone that has already been through pre-calculus and done well in pre-calculus, or AP statistics for that matter. What can you do to help your child succeed? Well, I think in order to answer that question, I want to pull up the Canvas page for the courses and kind of tell you a little bit about the course and what to expect from your child. And then that'll give you an idea of what you can do to help them succeed. So I'm going to start with AP statistics. And the first thing I want you to know is that they get joined into this resource called AP Classroom when they're in AP Statistics. And one really cool thing about AP Classroom is that it has a detailed video with examples for every topic that comes up in the class. So if there's anything they don't understand from my lesson, they can go watch an AP Daily video about that and try to gain a better understanding. In order to figure out if you're wanting to make sure that your child is completing their assignments on time, whenever they go to their Canvas page, you can have them click this button on the left that says Assignments. And I'm going to go to Student View. And this just kind of shows you what the upcoming assignments are, when they're due, how many points they're worth. And so one thing you can do as a parent is just check in with them and make sure that they're completing their assignments on time. And if they don't know, you can help them figure out where to find their assignments. They should know. For this course, I'm going to leave the student view for a minute. For AP Statistics, we do a little bit of everything. For classwork, it will mostly be Khan Academy, and the reason for that is Khan Academy actually has like an AP Stats course that they team up with College Board, and so it coordinates very well with College Board's with expectations. So most of our classwork assignments will be Khan Academy assignments. They have unlimited attempts on all of these to try to get all the questions right on any given assignment. So it is effort-based points, meaning that they can keep trying it until they get all the points. We do have normally a project once a quarter. A couple of examples are we do a texting project during first quarter where they kind of time themselves texting certain things, and we keep track of all the speeds, and then we analyze all that data, that quantitative data that we're getting. We create displays for it and compare certain groups. Second quarter, we have a project on maximizing profit for an airlines if you overbook the airlines. We typically have a quiz, a couple of times. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. We typically have a quiz, not for every single section in the book, but every 2 to 3 sections in the book. Sometimes these will be team quizzes, sometimes they're individual quizzes. And then for each unit, we have a test. If the student doesn't do very well on their test the first time, they can do a retake of the test, and that would count 2/3 for the retake and 1/3 for the original test. And then we typically have a homework assignment about once a week-ish that covers. They should be doing like a problem set between each class period, but each homework is due about once a week. So a little bit of everything in AP Stats. The good news is anything that they don't get full credit on other than the test, they can redo until they get full credit on, basically. And on the test, they can retake that and get 2/3, 1/3 split between the retake and the original test. All right, that is AP Statistics. So going over to Pre-Calculus. For Pre-Calculus, your child will be given a plan that looks like this for each chapter. So at the beginning of the chapter, they already know these are the topics that we're going to be studying. This is what's going to be the homework for each of those days. That's given to them in advance every single time. For each homework problem, they have a way to be able to get help on their Canvas page. And the way that they get help is through this module called Bob. And then for pre-calculus, in addition to there's one daily homework assignment in between each class period that's worth 10 points each. In addition to that, there'll be a quiz every 2 to 3 sections, and then a test at the end of each chapter. And similar to AP Statistics, if they do poorly on the test, they can retake it and get 2/3, 1/3 split between their retake score and their original score. Like I said before, if at any point in time your child seems like, oh man, this is hard, I don't understand it, know that there's lots of ways to get help there. I can assign a peer tutor, I can meet with them during advisory or before or after school. And there's even other options. There's a free online tutoring from Khan Academy called schoolhouse.world. Rose Holman offers free tutoring from they require all of their students in the engineering program to offer free tutoring. And so lots and lots of options for there. So if you notice that your child's grade is bad and you ask them, what's going on in class, and they say, well, I just don't get it, please know that there's lots of options out there to help them if they don't get it. So make sure that we're reaching out whenever we can um, to access those resources. All right. At the top of the Canvas page, I have my email for both pre-calculus and AP statistics. I'm going to go ahead and press the home button here. You can see my email right here. So at any given time, if you guys have any issues, please feel free to reach out. And I can't wait for an awesome year. Thank you.